because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too was trying to tell you about.
Because this industry is a monster, it's the same monster that these Me Too was trying to tell you about in actors' careers, like a roller coaster ride through the wild world of showbiz, filled with unexpected twists and turns, whether it's a sports drama star, a model turned actress, with a string of hits, or a former Disney Channel sensation entertainment careers, always keep us guessing. And take folks to some pretty surprising destinations. He knows everybody, like I'm not even kidding. You can bring up a name. It doesn't matter if it's like Muhammad Ali, Paul McCartney, Jesus. You know, yeah, that's my boy. There was a time in Chris Tucker's career when he reigned as the highest paid actor in all of Hollywood, pulling in an astonishing $25 million for his role in 2007's Rush Hour 3. Now let's be real here, the third installment didn't quite live up to the sheer awesomeness of the first two Rush Hour films. And let's not forget it couldn't even shine as brightly as the blooper reel from Rush Hour 2, which is a thing of pure beauty. What's more, he managed to snag top billing over the legendary Jackie Chan, who had been kicking butt in the industry for nearly 4 decades before their partnership. In the first Rush Hour film, it's an eyebrow-raising feat by any measure. And I definitely prepared myself, 'cause I knew it was Jackie Chan. I didn't want to, let him down. I worked out, lift weights, ran, the first one with CBS, embarking on the small screen adaptation of Rush Hour minus its original stars. It raises a curious programming trend that also includes the likes of Lethal Weapon Training Day and Cruel Intentions for devoted fans of Chris Tucker like myself. It begs the question, how did we transition from Chris Tucker, being the $25 million man, to virtually vanishing from the entertainment landscape back? That I never thought about doing sequels. I always wanted to do a good job and keep moving to the next movie. To understand this intriguing metamorphosis, we must first delve into the meteoric rise of Chris Tucker. While the narrative of comedians transitioning into TV and movie stardom is a story tradition like Jerry Seinfeld, Chris "Rock" Ray Romano, and Amy Schumer Tucker's story, stands out in a league of its own. His journey commenced on HBO's Def Comedy Jam, where he was serving up jokes about Michael Jackson as a coke-sniffing pimp and speculating on why white folks might not vote for a black president in the year 1992. No less. Michael called me on the phone. He say this Chris Tucker. I said, yeah, who it is this, was just the beginning of Chris Tucker's journey through the halls of comedy and entertainment, leading to his eventual ascent to Hollywood's pinnacle, followed by the fascinating twists and turns that would make him an enigma for fans and industry observers alike. But then, like a magician's vanishing act, he disappeared from the limelight, leaving fans and showbiz guru scratching their head, pondering where on earth did Chris Tucker go. Apparently, Chris Tucker followed a path akin to his fellow Def Comedy Jam alumni, such as the beloved Bernie Mac and the endlessly entertaining Cedric the ENT Entertainer. However, what set Tucker apart was the rapidity with which his stock soared. He transitioned from relatively minor roles in films like Meteor Man and House Party 3 to a scene-stealing, star-turning performance as Smokey in the 1995 hit film Friday, while he never revisited the Friday series. It mattered not, for Chris Tucker had chartered his unique and unstoppable course. Chris, we want to do another Fridays, man. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do another Fridays. I want to do like Eddie Murphy. Never did I want to do talks. I did money talks. Didn't. The role of Skip in 1995's Dead Presidents was a significant showcase of Chris Tucker's acting range, demonstrating that he was more than just a comedic force. However, it was his prowess in action comedy, exemplified in films like Money Talks, and The Fifth Element, that likely convinced New Line Cinema to entrust him with the '98 blockbuster Rush Hour. This buddy action comedy paired Tucker with the legendary Jackie Chan, a dynamic duo that sparked comedic and action-packed brilliance. The financial success was undeniable, with the first film grossing an impressive $44.49 at the box office, all while being produced for a modest $33 million budget. It was clear proof that Tucker's casting was a masterstroke. The momentum only soared with the release of Rush Hour 2 in 2001, which reaped a staggering $347 million. And Tucker's star was shining brighter than ever. He was living large and seemed to have the world at his feet, with opportunities seemingly bound. And I always said, because I know my fans love the movie so much they always bring it up, I said, well, if they come to me with a great script, great idea, I definitely consider it. So the question that naturally arises is, why did it take 6 long years for Chris Tucker to return for Rush Hour 3? And perhaps even more puzzling, why did he seemingly do nothing else during that substantial hiatus? Did he demand outrageous perks? Was he a set-side troublemaker? Or just maybe Tucker decided to take a unique route in showbiz that most performers can only dream of affording. In other words, Chris Tucker knew what shall it profit a man if he gains $12 million, but loses his own soul. The answer to this apparent hiatus is a complex one, and it stems from a combination of factors. While Tucker was enjoying a meteoric rise to stardom with the Rush Hour series and its lucrative success, he reportedly found himself at a crossroads. His desire for more substantial and fulfilling roles, as well as his personal and creative aspirations, led him to step back from the Hollywood spotlight. One of his fans wrote, "Always loved Chris, and often wondered what happened to him. I'm glad to know it wasn't for health reasons, like Chris." K1ll also glad to know that he acknowledges that money isn't everything, which is 100% true. Be selective. Another one added, quote, "After seeing Dead Presidents, I was very surprised we didn't see him in more dramatic roles. Brother in Arms of Mine suffers with PTSD, and Tucker's portrayal of a vet dealing with it was damn near a mirror of my friend's experience. Good for him." Though sticking to his guns and not jumping at money like a dog whistle, he's got plenty and all of it well deserved. However, this break allowed him the freedom to explore other aspects of his life. He indulged in stand-up comedy, a passion that was never far from his heart, and embarked on globe-trotting adventures. Furthermore, Tucker embraced philanthropic endeavors and committed himself to personal growth. And learning this phase of self-discovery and self-reinvention was integral to his decision-making, which included taking a step back from film projects, the movie to the whole Rush Hour thing. And then it was like, poof, yeah. Whereas Chris, I wanted to do more. That wasn't enough for me. While the world awaited his return to the big screen, it's evident that this hiatus was a conscious choice that reflected Chris Tucker's desire for a more diverse and fulfilling life beyond the bright lights of Hollywood. It was a decision that may have appeared baffling from the outside, but one that was deeply meaningful and transformative for the actor. However, as his success grew, so did his reputation for being a formidable negotiator. Following the triumphant release of the first Rush Hour film, Tucker made Hollywood history by securing a groundbreaking $20 million salary for Rush Hour 2, a figure that catapulted him into the ranks of the highest-paid actors in Tinseltown at the time. But he wasn't done there. For Rush Hour 3, Tucker's salary skyrocketed even further, reaching a staggering $25 million, coupled with a percentage of the film's profits. I don't know what he was going through internally, emotionally. He might have got really tired of the business. There's maybe some layers in it that he hadn't really spoken about inside the business. I know how the business can be. The tension thickened when, following the culmination of the Rush Hour trilogy, Chris Tucker appeared to vanish from the silver screen, leaving his fans and admirers in a state of bewildered curiosity. His last cinematic venture before this enigmatic hiatus was the 2016 film Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. This disappearance left many pondering what prompted this unexpected break. And where did Chris Tucker disappear to? I wanted to do more. That wasn't enough for me, And then I started traveling around the world, seeing a lot of things just living. And I started enjoying those things according to Chris Tucker. And the media's perspective, several factors, played into his decision to step back from the spotlight. One of the most significant factors was his conversion to Born. Again, Christianity, though the exact timeline isn't definitively established, it's believed that Tucker experienced this transformation in the late 1990s. Following his work on Money Talks, this in his beliefs may have influenced his career choices, potentially casting a shadow over what many saw as his trademark style, what we going man. Just leave me the alone man who you talking to now, what Tucker had made a name